Well, as you can see, I've begun to stick down the parts on the masking tape here. And if you're wondering why I've got these separated, A and B, it's because a lot of them look almost identical. And yet they have different numbers. Otherwise, they would all have the same number. Like this one and this one have the same number. But the rest are all different. So I've got them separated. For instance, I will know that these ones have to go back into this tray here. And that way when it comes to placing them on the deck, like there'll be groups of four. There's four go on this side, and if I flip over the page, it's a similar diagram where they go on the other side of the turret. Anyway, you get the idea, I'm sure. But I suddenly realized that I've got to get these little, I guess they're called gangways. They're not really ladders. They got, because they got the railings, and the railings have to be bent up. So I think I better be doing that first. In fact, I know I've got to be doing that first before I stick the piece down on something. I may not be putting it down on here. I might be putting it on that plasticine stuff that I forgot the name of. I'll think of it. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and by the way, the concert last night, it was very enjoyable. Okay, I think I was probably right the first time. It's more of a ladder. Now, I realize that the gangway, that's generally the thing that goes between the ship and the dock, and that's how you get from one way to the other. Anyway, those of you who have been in the Navy and actually know for sure, what did you call this thing? I guess it's some kind of a ladder. Now, it'd be really nice if I could use my homemade photo etch bender here. But I'm finding that it sort of slides around on the glass when I try to bring the razor blade or whatever under this side to bend it up. Even though I've got these pieces of rubber on this side, it's, well, somewhat better. But I think I'm going to try using my photo etch bending tool here, which is, designed specifically for this sort of thing. Might be able to position it a little bit better. I'm going to put on the macro lens and show you where I've got to bend it here. It's got to be just in the right place, or it's going to be wrong. Okay, you're going to notice that I've bent my axle blade. I guess I was pushing down too much. However, it's still good enough to point. Now, where I have to bend is right where the step meets onto this piece right here that the axle blade is resting on, and the same on the other side. In other words, this whole piece that the railing and everything is hooked onto, it bends up at a 90-degree angle, at right angles to the steps. But then the hard part is each one of those steps has to be angled so it will match up and be 90 degrees to, whatever the surface of the deck is going to be. Or rather, no, pardon me, it will be level with the surface of the deck. So I'll have to stand this in place after we get it bent and just, get an idea of the angle. It's probably going to have a lot to do with the angle of this rail right here at the top. Now, I am not an expert at this. I've done very little so far, and I've got to bend this over. Right where the edge of the photo etch tool is. And I was thinking if I take a blade like this and then, fold it over, but I'm probably going to end up bending the railing first. So I'm wondering if maybe I should reposition that so that the railing part is underneath the photo etch tool. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way. See what happens. Okay, here we go again. Try and hold it down here. Just lift up on this. Bend it over. Okay. Now if I can somehow grab hold of it and do the other one. I don't know what it is about this always having to poke at it business. I guess I'm sort of thinking that if I can move it a little bit this way or that way, it's going to get seen a little bit better by the camera. Yep, always poking at it. I'm going to take a bit of a risk here. Oops, and I'm going to try the bending tool. Okay, it should bend a little bit more. Oops, too much here. Pull that back out. Now hold it there. I think that's in the right place. Now I'll slide my blade in from the other side. Bend it over with my finger. Bend some more. Okay. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Now, part of my problem here is I'm watching this on the monitor that's sitting on the model table, and everything is backwards. If I push it in, it goes out. If I move it to the left, it goes to the right. I just can't make my brain think in reverse. Well, if you happen to be looking at my watch, you can see, that is if you can read upside down, it's going on for 3 o'clock here. And if I want to have this all edited out and posted by 5 o'clock Winnipeg time, yeah, I guess I better take a break here and just do that. However, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the second one. And I'm going to use the my bending tool here for both sides. I think it'll work out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.